Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Sri Srinath Sattva.
Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Sri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Madhava Shri Radhe.
Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan.
Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol.
Jai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Mustafa, Binders is about the chance for the church of the judge, Panchatat Bharat, judge, Radha Madhava, judge, Gauritai, judge, Krishna Balaram, judge, Radha Shyam, judge, Virat Govardhan, judge, I go from all glories to the symbol devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the symbol devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the symbol devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the Shri Advaita Shri God that hearts must be both. Shri Radha Krishna Dana Sagana Galita Shri Vasigi Raja Shri Hare Krishna. Next 10 Prabhu, no?
10, 20, 10.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Naranam Namaskritam.
Devem Saraswatim Vyasam Jatore Devai.
Nasa Prisho Bhadrishu
Dasabrisho
Nichambhagavati Sevai.
Bhagavate
Bhagavati
Tamasloke Bhakti Bhagavate.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 26, Number 2. Titled The Rainy Season and Autumn. Asan, Utpata, Gamin, Gaminyaha, Asan, Utpata, Gaminyaha,
Asanut patagaminya
Sudra Nadyo, Nususyatihi,
Sudra Nadyo Sususyati
Pumso Yataswatan Prasya,
Pumsho Yata Swatantrasya
Dihagavina Sampadaha,
Deha Dravena Sampada
Asan Utpatagamenya,
Asanut patagaminya
Sudra Nadyo Nususyatihi,
Sudra Nadyo Nususyati
Pumso Yataswatan Prasya,
Pumsho Yata Swatantrasya
Dihagavina Sampadaha,
Deha Dravena Sampada
Asan Utpatagamenya,
Asanut patagaminya
Sudra Nadyo Nususyatihi,
Sudra Nadyo Nususyati
Pumso Yataswatan Prasya,
Pumsho Yata Swatantrasya
Dihagavina Sampadaha,
Deha Dravena Sampadaha Asanut patagaminya Sudra Nadyo Nususyati
Pumso
Pumsho
Yataswatan Prasya, Dihagavina Sampadaha,
Asanut patagaminya
Asanut Patagaminya,
Sudra Nadyo Nususyati
Sudra Nadyo Nususyatihi,
Pumsho Yata Swatantrasya
Pumso Yataswatan Prasya,
Deha Dravena Sampadaha
Dihagavina Sampadaha,
Asanut patagaminya Sudra Nadyo Nususyati Pumsho Yata Swatantrasya Deha Dravena Sampada
asan they became
Utpatagaminyaha,
strayed from their courses. Sudra, insignificant. Nadyaha, the rivers. Anusushatihi, drying up. Humsaha, of a person. Yatha, as. Aswa Tantrasya is not independent. That is under the control of his senses. Deha, the body. Dravina, physical property. Sampadaha, and riches. Translation and purport by Divine Grace Bhagavagam Swami Srimad Church With the advent of the rainy season, the insignificant streams which had become dry began to swell and then strayed from their proper courses. Like the body, property, and money of a man, controlled by the urges of his senses. Please read the translation together.
With the advent of the rainy season, the insignificant streams which had become dry began to swell and then strayed from their proper courses. Like the body, property, and money of a man, controlled by the urges of his senses.
Srila Prabhupada comments, during the rainy season, many small ponds, lakes, and rivulets become filled with water. Otherwise, the rest of the year, they remain dry. Similarly, materialistic persons are dry, but sometimes, when they are in so-called opulent position, with a home or children, or a little bank balance, they appear to be flourishing. But immediately afterwards, they become dry again. The small rivulets and ponds. The poet Vidyapati said that in the society of friends, family, children, wife, and so on, there is certainly some pleasure. But that pleasure is compared to a drop of water in the desert. Everyone is hankering after happiness. Just as in the desert, everyone is hankering after water. If in the desert there is a drop of water, the water is there. Of course, but the benefit from that drop of water is very insignificant. In our materialistic way of life, we are hankering after an ocean of happiness. But in the form of society, friends, and mundane love, we are getting no more than a drop of water. Our satisfaction is never achieved, as the small rivulets, lakes, and ponds are never filled with water in the dry season. Kabagyan Niranda siya, ginagawa sila. That's my Shri. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sapitam Yana Bhotali Swayam Rupa Kadana. Bandiham Shri Guru Shri Uta Panamanan Shri Guru Rupam Shri Guru Sanvetam Krishna. Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Raja Shri Vardhananda. Hare Krishna. Good morning. So, actually, I'm not prepared for this class, but by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, I was told to read the Srimad. So, the theme of this verse, it tells about how to achieve real happiness in life. How to achieve satisfaction. So in the translation of forward Srila Prabhupada, was comparing this verse about what I mean to say. Of course, he was comparing this to okay, we're gonna. But the essence of this verse is how to achieve happiness. So we have our mind and our senses, and we are a jiva atma within this body. But we try to derive satisfaction and happiness by using our mind and our senses towards the material energy in the association of our friends, family, and relatives. Of course, there's some pleasure, mental pleasure out of it, because there are kind of pieces of pleasure: sensual pleasure, mental pleasure, intellectual pleasure, or which. But the jiva-atma satisfaction is the reward mercy of Krishna in the form of tasting the whole names of Krishna by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and performing our various services towards the Supreme Lord. So such satisfaction is internal. It cannot be achieved by external exposing our senses towards fruitive activities and sense gratification. Real happiness is internal subject matter, which is coming from Krishna's mercy. Of course, when we do our services, the deities, the Vaishnava, Guru and Krishna, such mercy is being accumulated. And then when we chant the whole names of Krishna, if we are connected with the pleasure potency of the whole names of Krishna, so that is the real happiness and satisfaction. So of course, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, I was able to stay in Vrindavan, Govardhan, visit Mayapur, Rishikesh, these holy places. But that's nothing to be proud of that I've been there, but it is actually an opportunity to be in the Dham and to maximize the benefit of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because if we are given the mercy to be in the Dham, we should chant more. We can do parikram. Of course, this rainy season, I witnessed this in Govardhan and also in Vrindavan. Just like this, he was speaking about the ponds, which is when the rainy season came, then this regulate this ponds is filled up with water. So I was witness this in the Govinda Kund, because I was staying there in Govardhan for almost, I think, 25 months. I can say in the summer season that Govardhan is very hot there. So your tolerance, you should increase your tolerance to, of course, that's Giraj Kripa, to be in the Dham, the weather there, the dualities, the so-called dualities of the coldness and the hotness of the summer season. It is actually a Giraj Kripa, to learn to tolerate things, dualities of material existence. Because this is the nature of the material world. Dualities. Hot, cold, day, night, like this. So the Govinda Pond is I had witnessed there that so many devotees also visited that particular ashram in Govardhan and Govinda Pond. They're doing they gather there and do their bhajans and doing their Krishna Katha. I was able to meet Burijan Prabhu, Sachinandan Maharaj in Govinda Kund, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, and so was there, and so many international devotees. So the purpose of visiting the dam is not limited. It is unlimited opportunity to you can do your snan in Govinda Kund in these different ponds and with respect and in a consciousness that you get some purification. So by Prabhupada's and Krishna's mercy, I was able to serve the cows there in Govinda Kund for 25 months. And my main sadhana there is serving the cows. Of course, I chant my rounds and serving Girarajas there. So I took that situation or opportunity as Prabhupada and Krishna's mercy for me to be there in Govardhan. But prior to that circumstances is that I've been in Vrindavan for, I think, in the lockdown times, I've been in Vrindavan for 1 year and worshiping Giriraj and Saligram Sila and also doing parikram and doing dry fasting. Of course, when we are in the dam, we do pray also for our godbrothers and Diyatras. They will also be benefited like this. Of course, the fulfillment of that depends on Krishna's desire for Diyatra. Like this. So this is our life. We are meant to, of course, an internal happiness. It's a product of Krishna's mercy. But we should do our duty to serve. Like that. Then reciprocation comes automatically. And you can visit in Vrindavan, you can visit the Major Goswami temples. Of course, Prabhupada's installed deity in Vrindavan is there. Gaurita is very beautiful. Gaurita, Krishna Balaram, Radha Samasundar, Lalita, Vishaka. Also, Prabhupada's Samadhi also is there. So many sacred places to be visited when you do Vrindavan parikram. Like when you start at your parikram and your dandavat in this parikram mark, this police station. Then you do your japa in Vrindavan. It's like last birthday, you go to still do parikram maybe 4 times. And then you'll be going to the parikram path and you do your japa. It's really special feelings of sweetness of the whole name you are tasting when you do parikram and do your japa and harina. Of course, Krishna's mercy is not limited to be in the dam. It could be also outside the dam. Of course, Prabhupada's ISKCON temples also holy places. It's not different from the dam. So it's a matter of spiritual connection. It's not just like Badrinarayan Swami Maharaj. He was giving a class about how to achieve happiness. Because our theme here is how to achieve happiness. Like this. So he was comparing this New York City, in city life, so pictures of attraction, conditional attraction. But the real attraction of the soul is attraction for the holiness and attraction for the service of Krishna in a purified sense. But in a conditional state of our existence, because our senses exposed to the material world and we've been here in innumerable lifetime. So that's why our attraction to Krishna is not fully manifested. But if you are in the Dham, you stay there for a long time, you will be convinced, the potency of the Dham will convince you that you are meant to stay in the spiritual world. Then you try to think, you will be thinking that, why is that in the first place I came to the material world? So these things will linger in your consciousness. I am meant to exist in the spiritual world and to serve Krishna. So, but due to misuse of our minute independence, we came to the material world and we were being covered by the material body, our mind, subtle body, and we got attracted to the external energy of Krishna. Because there in the what realization I really get in staying in Govardhan is that Krishna had given me the realization that what is your disposition towards the material energy? Are you going to enjoy the material energy, or you are be a pujari? You are seeing the material energy as a boga offering towards the lotus feet of Krishna. Because the condition, like existence, the consciousness is that the material energy, we try to exploit the material energy for our personal satisfaction and enjoyment. And we think that that is happiness. But that is not real happiness. Real happiness is internal. It is within our heart when we are properly connected with the holy name of Krishna. Because Krishna's holy name is, that's why we cannot minimize the value of the devotees who was able to chant the holy name of Krishna. Because according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's that famous verse, Aho bata swapatu gariya yans jibagri bartati nam tubo pustakasti juhubo sasnur arya brahmanuchur nam grinante yote. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this verse it says that person who chants the holy names of Krishna, this is the exact translation, person who chants the holy name of your Lordship are far advanced transcendentalists. Even they are born in the family of dog eaters. Such chanters have undoubtedly performed all kinds of austerities and penances, and is able to go to the holy place of pilgrimage, bathing the sacred ponds or river. Of course, River Yamuna. River Yamuna is there. Sacred ponds of Radhakul and Govindakul is there. So many ponds and rivers. There's in Rishikesh. There's Ganges. So if we are with the mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna, if we are able to visit the holy Dham, we should take advantage of those holy places. Of course, hearing also discourses of Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita from different sannyasis or gurus. So this is the real means of deriving happiness in life. It's Krishna consciousness, especially chanting the holy name of Krishna, and also deity worship, because they are the primary mercy representation of Krishna, the Archa Vigraha form, and also the holy names of Krishna, and also his representative of Prabhupada and his pure devotees. So, like that. So, in Vrindavan Parikram, you can visit the Kaliya Dam, visit Mother Yamuna. You can buy this dip and flowers, which is 10 rupees only. You can do puja in the Yamuna River for the benefits of all. Then you can pass by the Kisiga. So after Kisiga, there's a Jagadananda Mandir. But so many devotees doing parikram. Also Ram sadhus are also there. They're very simple, but they do exist. They do stay there because they are taking advantage of the dust of Vrindavan, the holy dust of Vrindavan. They're simply sleeping in the holy dust of Vrindavan. They have their mat and pomot like this. But they are very blessed because they are able to directly touch the holy dust, the holy land of Vrindavan. Even though you are seeing them externally that they are not in here, sometimes they smoke, they're smoking. But they have a lot of spiritual benefits because they're in the holy land. You can really sense the difference between living outside the holy land and the holy land, Govardhan. Like, so we should pray and aspire. Someday we're able to visit Vrindavan down and also Govardhan and experience the potency of the Lord. Experience the potency of the Lord. Because they will give you realization and special mercy. What's transpired in the heart when you are there. So, when I was in Govardhan for first 3 to 1 week, so I was just thinking, why is that I am here in Govardhan? So this is a great opportunity for me to serve. And I was, then after sometimes I do realize that Radha Gopinath, the presiding deities there in Govindapur, the ashram that I'm staying, and also Giriraj, worshiping Giriraj there. So after sometimes the sadhu there give me the opportunity to serve the cows and their Govardhan Sila for that span of time. One time I met His Holiness Srimad Jagadananda in Govardhan. He had given a class in Govindapur with the international devotees, with his disciples. So after that, they took back in Govindapur, most of them, and they went to Honor Prasad. So after that, I had invited Maharaj to come to the ashram, and then I gave him the green grass to feed the cows. And then Jagadananda Goswami Maharaj said that these cows is not ordinary cows; they are descendant of Surabi cows. So I am having that opportunity to serve the cows. And when I was there with the cows, I tried to serve the cows as much as possible. Then Maharaj said, it's not, to be in Govardhan, it's not, the activities there is not an ordinary thing. Even kahit naghugas ka lang ng plato or naglilinis ka lang ng kanal, that's the holy dam. That is spiritual activities. I had consulted that to His Holiness Jagadananda Maharaj. He said that it's not ordinary activities. Of course, you serve the cows, you clean their cow dung. So kaya siguro hindi nabavirus gawa ng the cow dung. There's a therapeutic benefits of smelling the cow urine, the cow dung also. Bacteria that's good. So it's COVID time, I was there in Bushala, concentrated serving the cows. Beer runs. 5 o'clock I had started serving the cows, cleaning the cow down, and then feeding with dry grass. And they have some mixture of, I think, some mixture of, what is that? Mustard, something mustard, like this, mustard oil, or mayroon pang, something na mixture dun sa dry grass para yung cows ganahan kumain. Ganun siya. That's after 1 hour, papainumin ng tubig. But it's a kind of relationship because they're not ordinary cows, it's Girad's cows, it's Krishna's cows. And that place is a pasturing pastime of Krishna and Balaram. So even Lord Chaitanya waited in Govindapur. Sometimes in the rainy season, this Govindapur, the water level rising up. And since Rutakirti also and his wife and other Gurukul is taken their bath there. So the story of Govindapur is that it was Krishna who had been coronated by Mother Suravi and King Indra, and debated Lord Krishna in that particular spot. That Govindapur water is considered as a Panchamrita because it is remnants of the bathing ceremony being conducted by Mother Suravi and King Indra. Because when he had offended the Brajabasis and then Govardhan Lila, and had offended the Brajabasis because King Indra and King Oblivion, he had this ultimate command and control with this lightnings and thunderbolts and rainfall. So he had in the Krishna Lila, he had devastated the residents of Vrindavan when this commands of this different some Bartaka clouds. But he was asking forgiveness towards Lord Krishna. He had given a private darshan and in front of the Govardhan Hill with Mother Surabi. So I have a friend there who was a PhD in Sanskrit, and he was a Brahmana Govardhan Basi. So he had invited me to be with him and the different Leela and pastimes of Krishna and Balaram in Govardhan Hill. But unfortunately, I was not able to be with him next time because I was being concentrated to be in Vishala serving the cows and worshipping Giriraj for the span of time by Prabhupada and Krishna's mercy. So it would be nice if I was able to be with. Okay, we still have 10 minutes. Any comments or question regarding this verse that we have read? Just forgive me if I'm not fully prepared. But our time is
the celebration of the
Sir Prabhu?
Balaram and Janmashtami and appearance of the what did you accept in that time celebration in the Buddha?
In Janmashtami?
Janmashtami is the Balaram and Prabhupada. What did you observe in that celebration?
In our ISKCON system is that if we can do some fasting on behalf for the pleasure of Krishna and for our purification, that would be nice.
Devotees attend?
Sorry?
Many devotees attend in that celebration.
Unfortunately, I was not there in Krishna Balar Mandir that Janmashtami time. I was in Govardhan. Yeah. So of course we do experience in our ISKCON centers. Janmashtami we are advised to do fasting, dry fasting if we are able to do so. So if not, but we are more in chanting the names of Krishna. We can do reading or some services that being allotted to us by the authority. But of course, we do respect the birthday of Lord Krishna. We do honor and respect such observance of fasting in honor and respect for to their lordship, to your Adonai Krishna, because they are worshipful Lord. We do observe celebration when we have birthdays like this. So I want to speak of Krishna's birthday. Yeah. We do some offerings, some type of offering of services to Krishna when it is his birthday. You want to add something?
How about the yoga teaching?
Huh?
How about the yoga teaching? You tell that you learned some yoga.
Oh yeah, in Rishikesh, I was able to do the teacher training course. But since we are conditioned to the sadhanas that we have learned from the temples, so our priority is chanting the holy names of Krishna. That's why asana is not so much emphasized in this one, because Prabhupada knows that this is the real medicine in Kali Yuga, the chanting of the holy names of Krishna. And prasadam is in the diet. But if we can learn asana to maximize our physical health benefits and we're able to serve Krishna properly, it could be okay. But it should not be properly given so much emphasis that most of our time are being diverted into asana and pranayama. Most of our time, especially in Kali Yuga, our average lifespan is very short. So we give more importance to chanting the holy names of Krishna and different services for us devotees. That's really make a spiritual count. Because we need more spiritual merits in our different services, chanting and different services. And that really counts at the time of death. Spiritual asset, spiritual bank account. Anyway, we can do asana. Or, of course, I should do first before this. To realize first the benefit. Because honestly, I have stopped doing asana for 1 month. I start to do asana also 1 month in Mayapur. But it has really a benefit. But we do emphasize the importance of chanting. Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Deity worship, because that is the most important thing in our life. That is given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our Guru Lord Srila Prabhupada. Chanting of Krishna. It is complete. It is a complete process. Because it is just like in relation to the happiness that being emphasized here. It was there in the holy name, so it's complete. Nam Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Ras, Vigraha. The holy name is the form of transcendental melody. So there's some sweetness because it is Krishna himself. Nam Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Ras, Vigraha. Purna, complete. Purna Sudho Nitya Mukto, Abhinatban Namanami. The name of Krishna is transcendentally blissful and it capable to bestow all kinds of spiritual benediction. All kinds of spiritual benediction can be achieved by chanting the names of Krishna. And it is complete, spiritual and liberated and non-different from Krishna. So this verse is also emphasized by our Guru Maharaj. He said, we should try to remember this verse. Abhinatban Namanamino. The holy names of Krishna is non-different from Krishna. Nam Chitamani Krishna. So we still have 5 minutes more. You want to share something in relation to this?
I just want to ask, curious ako, this is for everybody. Kasi I've been listening different pastimes from the devotees who visited Sri Vrindavan, Mayapur, and in India. And we know that in Vrindavan and Mayapur, these places are really very sacred, especially Vrindavan. And I asked some, I said, when I was really shocked about the answer, like, oh, it's just the same. Whatever we feel in this, and in the temple here, in this place, is the same. There is nothing. So parang wala lang, walang ibang feeling. So kasi I also visited Vrindavan. It was really parang grabe yung feeling once you are in Vrindavan, no? Especially when you visit Govardhan. So my question is like, what makes you really stay in Govardhan than in Vrindavan at temple? Although it's non-different, kasi it's Krishna din. Kasi I visited in Govardhan is mabato, so mahirap kasi you're taking care of the cows. So parang gusto yun.
Actually, I really take advantage in the pandemic period of time to be in Govardhan and Vrindavan, because it's a rare opportunity to be in the Dham. Not every year Filipino devotees were able to visit the Holy Dham. So to be in the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, to be in the Dham, I really take advantage to give much time in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I do take advantage in worshipping Giriraj, Saladram, fasting also. Because the spiritual benefits we can accrue in the Holy Dham, they say that it is 1,000 times than outside the Dham. And also offenses also. That's why in the Dham you should avoid offending Vaishnava.
It's a mind lang.
Yes. So in one sense, that's like what I have said. Based on my experience, in one sense, it is true also. It depends on spiritual connection. Even though we are here, but we are really connected with the pleasure potency of the holy names of Krishna. It is not different from the Holy Dham, because it's a matter of deriving pleasure. So of course, the Holy Dham has a special significance of giving mercy also. Just like what I have said before, the Holy Dham, the potency of the Dham, Govardhan, Vrindavan, it convinces your heart and your consciousness that you are meant to exist in this spiritual world. You are not meant to exist in the material world. But if we choose that with the mission of my independence, you are being entangled in the material world. Now again, when we are given a mercy to visit the Dham, then the Dham, the potency of the Dham convinces us that, because there's some unique mercy that your heart, that your soul can perceive the potency of the Dham. Just like when you do parikram, do chanting, the Vrindavan parikram. The potency is really there, you can feel it within your heart. You are being helped by the potency of the Dham. So your chanting there is more connected. What I mean. Of course, there are also experiences that we are not connected. Because the mind and our impurities interfere. But when Krishna gives us mercy, then we will be connected with the pleasure potency of the Holy Name. Then we will do realize, oh, chanting is very, very connected. You are at peace with the Holy Names. Especially Vrindavan, Govardhan Parikram is 23 kilometers. I heard from a lecture from sa Turatma from it. Or might be such an one step in Govardhan, it prevents you to enter in a mother's womb. One step in Govardhan. What to speak of you are doing parikrama. So it prevents you to enter again in there is so many mother's womb in the future. So it reduces your chance to enter the mother's womb in the future. Of course, you should aspire to this. This should be our last birth now. We should pray and work it out. Because different places, different potency of being conditioned. If you are in the spiritual places, you are being spiritually conditioned because internal potency of Krishna is working there. But if you are in the outside world, outside the dam, then the external energy of Krishna is very strong. That's why we do our sadhana, our chanting, so that we will be just like a vaccination from the virus of the external energy. Of course, that is the extension of Krishna's energy, but it has different potency and effect in consciousness. But in the eyes of elevated devotees, there's nothing wrong with that because they know what is their working. It's coming from Krishna's energy. So this is Krishna everywhere. As a manifestation of Krishna's energy, or Krishna's directly. Because everything is Krishna. It's Krishna's energy. It's like our different senses, physical body, our mind. It's Krishna's external energy. And Krishna also is within our hearts, Paramatma, Jivatma, we are here also. So because they have this realized knowledge, they have this knowledge also. What is this material energy? What is this internal potency of Krishna? But the soul can only be happy if he is in the internal potency of Krishna in devotional service. Just like that. So somehow or other, we are given a mercy that we're able to get some realization in the chant. The happiness and some kind of satisfaction. Because when you chant, it do stabilize everything. Our consciousness, our intellectual capacity, it purifies everything. Our body is being purified. It's not like that you do expose your senses cast and carry and try to look so many things there. It has a different effect also. Just like that, when I came here, after Govardhan, I went to Gopal Prabhu's house. He has a Radha Krishna's deities. But I used to do in Robinson Galleria and also Megamall. But I do japa. It doesn't make the difference wherever you are. It's a matter of connection. When you are connected with the Holy Name, then you derive some pleasure. Derive some happiness. That's why you cannot give up chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Although not every time you do realize the happiness in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but some point of our life we do experience and realize. That's why you cannot give up the chanting of the Holy Name of Krishna. In our life, you cannot give up. Because there's some special pleasure potency within the chanting of the Holy Name of Krishna. It's not possible for you to give up. Krishna have captured you by the sweetness of His Holy Name. Although sometimes, not every time we do experience the potency, but it's there. It's simply we have to give our time. Just like Krishna Baladev Prabhu said one time in Braj. Krishna is present within this holy name. But Jagadananda, you should also be present when you chant Bhagavagam of Krishna. It's a kind of associating with Krishna directly when you chant. course, that is the most important thing. That we always be connected with the pleasure potency of the Lord of Krishna. That could really make us satisfied in the heart. It purifies us more. Because in the material world, our consciousness is diverted in so many ways. We spend so much time with computer, sometimes Monday, cell phone like this. No? So we need to give time. Our chance, so many chances are given to us. So it's up to us how to make use of our time. Time is Krishna, and death also is Krishna. That's why elevated devotees, they are not afraid of death, because death is also Krishna. Anyway, the main subject matter is how to derive happiness.
Sabi nga, everyone is hankering after happiness. So, pag makikita mo rin yung kung compare mo yung karmis and devotees, yung karmis, they are only after all the materials. Diba? Materialistic process, sinabi mo, they become dry. So, kapag nagda-dry na sila, tapos mayroon na silang position, mayroon silang anak, mayroon na silang wealth, gano'n. So, parang they are flourishing. Diba, nag-flourish, may anak ako, magigwapo akong anak, may magaganda akong ganito, ganyan. So, the parents become proud. So, after sometimes, magda-dry na rin. Diba, magda-dry na siya. Kasi yun nga, sinasabi na happiness and distress, I mean, everything is temporary. So, sa devotees naman, nakita natin na we are not perfect, but at least when we engage our senses in the service of Krishna, na-lessen yung desire natin. Kasi hindi pa rin, we cannot deny the fact na until now, we still have more desire. We always have desires. Marami talaga tayong mga desire. Pero kakaiba na yung desire ng iba. Iba, gusto pumunta ng Vrindavan, gusto ng nito. Iba naman, masaya na sila pag makakain lang sila ng na masasarap na pagkain, lasagna, pizza. So, iba-iba ng pero with the guidance of our Guru, Srila Prabhupada, and with the association of devotees, so we are able to at least transcend man lang na yung material design natin, the association of the devotees, medyo na less and less siya. Pero, kailangan lang talaga na makipag-associate tayo sa mga devotees who are really sincere and serious in practicing Krishna consciousness. Kasi kapag hindi tayo nakipag-associate sa mga sincere and serious devotees, then mamimiss din tayo. We don't know where to take turns. Hindi natin alam kung saan tayo pupunta. So, let's say, what can you say since you've been staying almost 3 years in the holy time, let's say, what can you advise us, especially because we love reading Srila Prabhupada's books, like how can you encourage the devotees or us na gawin talaga natin yung na magbasa, mag-chant. Iba talaga ang feeling when we associate ourselves sa Srila Prabhupada kay Krishna. Kasi kakaiba talaga pag nasa Vrindavan. Although naman sinabi ni Srila Guru Maharaj na in any temples we can make this life lang different from that. So, kailangan natin yung consciousness natin na nasa holy land. Ito, nasa Maya Putek, si Jagadananda. So, yung kailangan natin na maiwasan natin yung familiarity sa deities. Kasi non-different, parang naka-open din tayo sa deities. So, what can you advise us para maano din namin maging enthusiastic din kami in serving.
You are already enthusiastic in serving Krishna. Oh, you want to say about this Krishna? Maybe you can say something.
Piece of advice, go to the dam. Although yung sinasabi niyo, being here is also the same as being in the dam. Pero yung explanation na nakuha ko kay Nabudi, told me to go and take a bath in the Ganga. I told him that the water on the earth does not exit the earth. So the water of the Ganga has already touched me somehow or other. Hindi lumalabas yung water sa earth. So the water there has already touched me. Yes, sabi niya, but still, you have to go to that Ganga. So, kahit nandito tayo, you still should visit the dam. Make it place to be na mabisita niya in this lifetime. It's highly recommended in the Shastras.
Ba, 5 yun? Ano, visit the dam, read Srimad Bhagavagam, assation, ano pa nga yung iba? Chanting,
Worship.
Worshiping the deities.
worship
5
the
important
deity.
activities.
Oh, 5 important activities.
5 minutes.
Mm.
Going to the dam is one of them. So please, take it to dream come true.
Mm.
So visit the dam, holy place. Start with Mayapur. Get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And seal the deal with the dam. Thank you.
May share ka ba? Yeah, in Mayapur also we can visit Lord Chaitanya's birthplace, Yoga Pit, have a darshan of the Samadhi of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta, Saraswati, Swami Maharaj, also Gaurati Sordas, Babaji Maharaj. Their Samadhi is there in Mayapur.
Mm.
So we can stay at their blessings, can have their darshan like this. And there is also a Radha Kund, so small by meditation with Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. There's a Radha Kund is prepared. There is also a Govardhan Sea. Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Radha Madhava ki jai.
Jai.
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
His President Jagadananda, Pandit.
Jai Prabhupada. Jai.
Sorry hindi ako prepared.